Split squat jump. The prime movers for this exercise are the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the calves. Concentric phase. Get into the lunge position with one leg forward and the other leg behind the midline of the body. Eccentric phase. When landing, maintain the lunge position and immediately repeat. Amortization phase. Explosively jump using the arms to assist as needed. Remain at the bottom of your lunge for as little time as possible to reduce the amortization phase. Correct hand and foot position before jump. Stand in an erect position with feet shoulder width apart. Your right leg is forward, left leg is back, both arms bent at the elbows, left arm is slightly in front of the body and right arm is slightly behind the body. Correct hand and foot position when landing. Land softly on the midfoot, rolling backwards towards the heels. Push your hips backwards and move them downward. Don't lock your knees. Land with your trunks slightly inclined forward. Breathing considerations. Spotting. No spotting is required for this exercise. Common errors are standing with your legs too close together, lunging too much, not lunging enough, not having your arms in the correct position, or having your feet in a direct line. Lateral barrier hop. The prime movers for this exercise are quadriceps, hamstrings, knees, and hips. Concentric phase. Stand in an upright stance with feet shoulder width apart. Eccentric phase. Land with both feet on the ground and shoulder width apart and get into the upright stance to immediately repeat another jump. Amortization phase. Jump over the barrier with both legs using primarily hip and knee flexion to clear the barrier. Keep knees and feet together during the jump. When landing, stay in your quarter squat position for as little time as possible to reduce the amortization phase. Correct hand and feet positions. Keep your shoulders and hips square and facing forward. Land softly. Your arms should move up with the movement of the jump, and your arms should be bent at the elbow. Breathing considerations. Breathe in between each jump. Spotting. No spotting is required for this exercise. Some common errors are having your feet too far apart or too close together, jumping back and forth instead of side to side, keeping your arms by your side during the jump, and not bending your knees. Depth jump. The prime movers for this exercise are quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calf muscles. Eccentric phase. The upward movement immediately upon landing. Amortization phase. Time on the ground after stepping down from the box. Concentric phase. Downward movement. Land on the floor with both feet. Hand position. The downward movement, your both arms should be facing down, palms facing towards the thigh. On the upward movement, both arms should move upward. Correct foot position is starting in the downward movement, both feet should be together and toes should be near the edge of the box. The upward movement, both feet should be together and pushed vertically upward from the front end of the feet. Stable position. Stand in a comfortable upright stance. Limb position upon landing. Your upper arm should be slightly flexed and your knees should be slightly bent. Use a full range of motion for this exercise. Your speed should be fast and is directly proportional to the height of the box. Breathing considerations. Breathe upon exertion. Spotting. No spotting is required for this movement. Some common errors are jumping forward or landing too deep below a 90-degree squat. Depth push-up. The prime movers for this exercise are the pectoralis major, deltoids, triceps brachii, abdominal muscles, and coracobrachialis. Eccentric phase is the time of your hand on the ground. Amortization. Your elbows should be slightly flexed. Remain at the bottom of your push-up position for as short as possible to reduce the amortization phase. Concentric phase. Explosively push up by extending the elbows. Correct hand positions are, in the starting position, your hands should be on the medicine ball with the elbows extended. On the downward movement, your hands should quickly be removed from the medicine ball. Contact the ground with your hands slightly wider than the shoulder, with your elbows flexed. The upward movement. Explosively push up by fully extending your elbow and place the palms back on the medicine ball. Your torso should be straight throughout the entire exercise. Use a full range of motion, depends on the size of the medicine ball. The range of motion is indirectly proportional to the size of the medicine ball. Your speed Breathing is normal for this exercise. Breathe out upon exertion. No spotting is required for this exercise. Some common errors are placing your hands too wide, which risks allowing your chest to hit the medicine ball.